The chief difficulty is this: awareness of the one, capital O1, comes to us neither by knowing nor by the pure thought that discovers the other intelligible things, but by a presence transcending knowledge. When the soul knows something, it loses its unity. It cannot remain simply one because knowledge implies discursive reason, and discursive reason implies multiplicity. The soul then misses the one and falls into number and multiplicity. So when we know something or we claim to know something, we are creating a boundary, a duality between that which we know or are claiming to know and other things that we know or don't know. So knowledge is in our understanding of a fact, a state of affairs that exists not exists in isolation from the one or the whole, but our conception of it may. So if the soul has the quality of being able to integrate whatever it is that it learns, whatever knowledge it learns, in with the rest of that which is, then we are never really surprised by anything, are we? We're never claiming to have learned something new, gained new knowledge, acquired new knowledge, but simply that we are observing that there is yet another piece to this puzzle that is reality. Right? So I've said before that the difference between knowledge and wisdom is that knowledge is of the individual mind, but wisdom is of all. Wisdom is of the one. So we have knowledge of content, but it is the context that our wisdom gains awareness of. And the broader that context that our wisdom is in coherence with, the more content, the more knowledge it is able to accompany. Right? Our context is like our umbrella. Our wisdom is our umbrella for accommodating a certain amount of knowledge. A wise person simply accepts things as they are, all knowledge as it is. There's no fact that the wise man can learn that's going to throw him for a loop, that's going to be so transformative to his being that he sees everything differently, right? Knowledge doesn't do that. But understanding of the broader context, if someone's soul is in a state of crisis, their value structure is in a state of crisis, then they are on edge regarding that umbrella within which they conceptualize every aspect of reality. the more they need to broaden that umbrella. And then, of course, there are umbrellas underneath the umbrella. Those are maybe categories of knowledge, categories of expertise that we might have. Right? Someone can be very deep in their understanding of things within one of those smaller contexts, those smaller umbrellas. Let's say an area of like medical science, for example. That's a very tiny sliver of reality. It's almost unintelligible. It's so small in comparison to reality in general. But because that person's focus, that person's expertise is in that particular channel, they're going to relate everything that they learn to that channel, as if medical science as a context, as an umbrella, is the context of reality, but it's not. So learning that there are parallels on the horizontal plane of knowledge across categories of knowledge broadens that bigger contextual umbrella that is how we are perceiving reality. So just a bit of an elaboration on some Plotinus today without using much of his terminology. Stay tuned for more. Cheers.